So Minecraft Dungeons is out finally, and I gotta say, I've really enjoyed my time with this game. I played it with a few of my fans that have linked up with me on my Discord. I played it solo quite a bit. I've beat the campaign, and I'm on the second difficulty level, and I've really enjoyed my time with the game. And I've seen a lot of people calling this like baby's first RPG. This is a entry-level Diablo-style game, and I think that's very accurate. This is not going to compete with Diablo 4 or anything close to it. But it's a fairly solid game for what it is. I mean, the game is simplistic, absolutely. To begin with, there are no character classes. There are no skill points that need to be spent. It is just very basic. The only thing that's going to make your character different from anybody else's is the skins and the items you have equipped. And when it comes to those equipment slots, you've got 3 gear slots, one for armor, one for your ranged weapon, and one for your melee weapon. And then you've got 3 artifacts. And these artifacts kind of act like class-based mods. You might get something that summons pets, you might get a healing device, you might get something that does damage, and all of this gear can kind of be paired together to create something that would resemble a class. You might have a very defensive tanky guy who gets in and hits things with his weapon. You might focus on ranged weapons and get items that modify that. There's a different way to build each character, and you'll probably try out each different variation as you go. The problem with this is you're constantly replacing your items because they do get out-leveled, and when it comes to these class-style artifacts, you might be a healer at one point, but then the only appropriate high-level item that you've got is now a summoning item, so you're not really wanting to heal anymore, not able to heal anymore. Stuff like that can be difficult. I went quite some time trying to find a piece of tanking gear and just was unable to find it for the longest time. And it changed the way I was playing the game, either for better or for worse. I mean, it does force some variety into the gameplay, but at the same time, I would just rather have continued to be a tank. And while this game is called Minecraft Dungeons, the only thing it really has to do with Minecraft is the overall world building and art style. I mean, there is no crafting and no mining whatsoever. And considering that even like Diablo 3 and other games of its ilk do have some sort of crafting in it, you would think this game would have also brought crafting in it, but there's no crafting in it at all whatsoever at this level. In fact, I would fair to say that if you're a fan of Minecraft and you come into this game, you might end up being very disappointed in how simplistic it is. Now, the flip side of that is it's really fun. I mean, the combat is very interesting. In the first playthrough, you're going to be fairly bored because it's very, very easy. I'm pretty sure by design, and only a few bosses are going to give you any difficulty. Second playthrough, though, the mob density is a lot higher. Things have a lot more hit points. They're a lot more armor. You're going to see new unique mobs, but the flip side of that is you're also going to see new unique items and enchantment modifiers that you would not otherwise see. So, I mean, it adds a lot of spice to the game and ramps up the difficulty a little bit. I find myself dying quite a bit more here on the adventure mode, and I have yet to unlock hard. I think the biggest mistake Microsoft Studios has made here, if they've made any, is by making the game oversimplified. Now, the good news is there is planned DLC, and who knows what that DLC will bring. Hopefully, it could add things like new vendors, new items, new crafting, not just new levels and new stuff to do, but actually more depth to the game. But as it is right now, the game is fairly shallow compared to other games in the genre. Now, since it is simplistic, I'm glad that it has a very reasonable buy-in price. You can get it on several different platforms for only $20, and I think that's a very good buy-in price. But it does make me kind of concerned because this game is available for Game Pass. So if you have Game Pass and you're paying that monthly fee, you can technically play this game for, quote, free, end quote, and bypass that $20 buy-in price. But this game does have DLC that's being planned. The first piece of DLC will drop in July. I believe it's called Jungle Awakens. And I don't know for certain, but it appears that this DLC will be a paid DLC. And that sets a kind of scary precedent for the future. As it is right now, the buy-in price for the game is about $20, and there's really not a lot of content there. I mean, you can beat the actual campaign in about 3 hours for most people, and then, of course, you get to play through it again a second time and a third time on a more higher difficulty, and there might be higher difficulties added later or that I just haven't seen. So there is a good amount of gameplay here for that $20 price range, but it seems like there could have been a lot more, and it seems like they have sectioned that stuff out as DLC, with the Jungle Awakens, and then of course the Creeping Winter expansion that's supposed to come this fall. My concern is with these subscription services like Game Pass and PlayStation Now, you'll no longer be getting the full version of a game when it launches. Instead, you'll be expecting that game to be treated as a live service and piecemealed out, and I feel like that's what they're doing with Minecraft Dungeons here. Now, it's got its upsides, absolutely. I mean, if you don't subscribe to Game Pass or PlayStation Now, you can buy this game for $20. If you like what you got, you can spend $20 more or whatever the next expansion costs to get more game. That's not a bad design decision, but it seems like subscription services have changed the way Microsoft is building their first-party games. We'll have to wait and see, but that's something I think we should pay attention to here. So, do I recommend Minecraft Dungeons? I absolutely do. Here's the thing, with games like Path of Exile being free to play and already existing that have extreme depth, you have the option to go play a really solid game just like Minecraft Dungeons. But if you're looking for like an entry level or a lighter level, it almost feels like a mobile version of one of these games, but it's not. It's not available on mobile. But if you're looking for a more fun game to share with a kid, to share with your friends, you're not really looking for something with extreme depth mechanics, you're not looking to min-max, you're looking to just get into an RPG and have some fun, then that's what Minecraft Dungeons does best. It's fun. My biggest complaint is that the Minecraft name is on it, and if you've ever played Minecraft, you know how deep that game can go. I mean, people have built working computers inside of Minecraft. Don't expect that depth in this game, but do expect the fun that you enjoyed in Minecraft in this game as well. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. I'll see you on Xbox Live.